do nothing in it. Blech.
Oh, I mean, how's it taste besides it being bleh?
Like better coffee.
Hi everyone, welcome to
Hello.
Colan's channel. To my left is Colin, Kincaid Outdoors, and Molly. No,
He's busy with
Jenny.
coffee.
Then you have myself, and then down below you have Jason from Pest Hunters, and he has his
Hello,
beautiful
everybody.
wife next to him. Beautiful Miss Molly. Welcome to today's stream.
And there's in the background
Miss
is
Jenny.
Mrs.
So
Jenny.
welcome, people. Welcome. How we all been? How's
Oh,
your
Mrs.
day?
Logan, get your butt up here. Oh wait, AT is here. Sorry, I'm here. Sorry, I was getting.
And down
was
below
getting
we
your
have
coffee frame, okay.
J2 from All Terrain Coffee and Camping.
Hi, Jason. How you doing?
Jason.
I'm doing totally stinking awesome. I've been sitting in the basement listening to y'all for about 11 minutes now.
I'm sorry, I was making coffee. You
I know.
heard me.
Sorry about it.
Okay, this is the undoctored coffee right here.
Well, the commercial's not done yet.
Okay,
You got a T-shirt commercial.
I do.
It's like-
What
Yeah, it's
kind
like
of t-shirt?
2.5 minutes long commercial.
Oh, that's good. I like t-shirts. What kind of t-shirts?
It says Rush order tees.
Maybe I can get some t-shirts made with my logo on it.
Yeah.
Have you got your stickers sorted yet, J2?
No, I need to
I
get
don't
that.
have my stickers ordered yet either.
Well, can you like hurry up?
I
Well-
would love to get stickers, but I have other funds are going into other stuff. So
Yeah, me too. But
Hello.
I do have
Hello,
something to
Amy.
show. J2AT, a newish used bronze cookie coffee grinder.
Awesome.
I did not use all the coffee beans. I did. Let me see. I'm trying to remember where I put everything.
yeah.
I
My coffee
quite a few
tonight is
beans
sponsored
left in
by
the bag,
Sonic Stuff.
as you can tell, and I'm still got this much I ground up, and
Nice.
there's 3 ounces in here, and that's a lot still, as you can see.
Yep.
So we have
It
a lot
can go
more.
a long way.
Jenny doesn't like it without sugar or her doctored stuff, but I'm going to have her in a second, if she doesn't mind, set this up for her and see how she likes it. So I've got a whole big giant mug of it already.
I don't want coffee this late at night.
No. You're going to end up dubbing it out, I'm sure, because
No, you'll finish it.
no, she will not. If she puts creamer in this, I will not touch it. I don't drink creamer at all. But
I'm glad you're great, Laurie. Slightly hypo. Lack of coffee.
okay, well, we got enough coffee here for everybody. It's
Yeah,
not
but I
bad.
see I'm listening to my doctor when they say that I have to have like 2 normal sized cups of coffee here and there. So I'm behaving myself. I'm being a good girl. But I notice when I don't drink coffee, I go hypo.
It's not bad, but I like mine sweet. So it's really good. A lot of flavor. It smells really good too. Jenny smelled it after I let it sit in the cup for a while.
Well, JV is really not happy with that Death Wish coffee, the dark roast. He
Hey, Jenny,
rather
how you doing? Sorry.
he would
Oh,
rather
we're doing stuff with J&J. Good evening. How you doing?
Okay, I'm two
Can I-
fisting
can I-
coffee.
can I
now.
finish?
Really bad.
Yes, finish.
he would rather Folgers coffee or Folgers, whatever it's called, over the dark roast Death Wish coffee. But he's yet to try the medium Folgers. He's yet to try the medium roast. So we'll wait and see on that one. There we go. Okay, now you all can talk over me because I finished. Love you all.
No. There's your name you were trying to figure out.
Oh, there's Bulgers or Folgers, one of the two.
There it is, right there.
Folgers.
I'm looking at it. Hi, JJ.
We're trying coffee that I got from AT right here, and this is from High Country blend from
Now, is that the
Mickwick.
blend that you made, or is that already
From
blended?
Mickwick Fires. This is their signature coffee blend.
Yeah, I
This is
didn't
whole
make
bean.
this.
This
Oh,
is
okay.
a whole bean gently smoked with apple wood.
Because I want to try the one that you blended, J2.
That would
He
be
hasn't
good
done
with
a blend
apple
yet.
pie.
He wants to, though. Now we need a J2 blend. That means, we go full barista. And oh, by the way, AT, I should let you know, Jenny has a dream. She wants to open up her own coffee shop
In bookstore.
and
And
bookstore
bookstore, yeah.
called Coffee Zombies and Bookworms.
I would so go there, Jenny. I would
Right.
so go there. I'd be your number one customer.
And the logo would be the evolution of man from getting out of bed, then drinking the first cup of coffee, and becoming more human as the more coffee they consume.
What sort of tea, Laurie? I don't mind herbal tea. It just
Yeah,
depends
she would
on
have
what it is.
everything, not just coffee, but she'd have teas, she'd have all kinds of things. Pepsi would be definitely on the menu because I love my Pepsi, as everybody knows.
Oh, Jenny,
Yes.
I have a question for you.
She's right there. Okay, let me
I know you love to read books.
She's actually reading right now, I think.
Have you heard? Colin, take it off for Jenny so she can see what I'm showing.
She's right there. She's okay with it.
How can she see what I'm trying to show her if you've got her full screen?
The other way.
Okay, there you go.
Have you heard of them?
Court of Frost and Starlight.
A Court of Frost. What is
And
it? A
Starlight.
Court of Frost and Starlight.
Lift it up where she can see the author's name.
Wait,
No,
there we go.
There you go.
Sarah J.
Yes, I have heard of that series.
Yeah, she has.
Oh,
heard of it.
you so have to read it. Like, seriously, you have to read it.
Remember, you guys got to do your own channel for a book club, okay?
And also,
Hey.
Uh-huh.
them ones. I don't
Hold
think
on,
you
hold
can
on,
see
hold
them
on.
very well.
Assassin Blade. I can't read the rest of them.
Throne of
Power of
Glass, Crown of Midnight, Heir of Fire, Queen of Shadows, Empire of Storms, and Tower of Dawn. Same author.
Rob.
Yes, good evening, Rob. Thank you for joining us from across the pond.
Hey, we got more of the British Empire showing up.
Rob. Awesome series. Like, seriously, I've read these about 10 times. And
Yep.
it's because these are my mum's books. So when I move, I'll be getting my own set for when I'm over there. Because I love them. I love them. They're so cool.
I went down the wrong way. But it's really good coffee, AT, just to let you know.
Awesome. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah. Now, would I drink that every day? Probably not, because it's strong, but it's not strong enough. I like my coffee strong. I actually have it set for the strong setting on my Keurig.
Ooh. I'd try that,
It's a
Laurie.
little more smoother than my Folgers, classic Folgers. Not bad,
I like that, Rob.
but I'm just
Oh,
it's
just
what I'm
comment.
used to.
Claiming the Empire back one live stream at a time.
And that's like I'm saying,
I wanna try that.
like I said in my review, it's not something I could drink like every day or all day long. And for me, it was more, I really like the smokiness, but it's not what I want with every cup.
Exactly.
Yep. It's
And,
really good though. I really
it's there.
enjoy
It's
it.
just it's not a heavy smoke flavor. It's just like a hint. And you can't.
So
pick
it would be good to go with like apple pie.
No,
cherry
I would
pie.
stay with an apple
A dessert
fritter,
coffee?
not an apple pie.
No, a dessert coffee.
It would be definitely a dessert coffee. Maybe a tart, possibly. Not so much a pie. Too much. But,
Well, it said apple. Apple would smoked. So
yeah, I was thinking. That's why I said maybe like an apple fritter, possibly. or maybe a tart, apple tart. So that's pretty cool.
What subscription, Laurie? Can you put like the link to where I can have a look at it in the chat, please?
I think she is a moderator. She should be able to.
Yeah, she's
I'm
not.
sorry.
Right.
Yes, you got that. You got that going.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So, AT, question.
Powdered creamer?
If someone was to want to purchase a full bag of this, not me, obviously, because I like what I've got, where would they go to get a full bag? Is it on this website?
So it will be back on that website. So that is his first run at MickWickFires.com. And his first run, he wanted to see how it would do, how people liked it, and get an idea, is it worth going further? And he completely sold out of all the 3-ounce bags. I have been in talks with him. He's working with his suppliers. And right now he does have plans to bring that back to the website and also have a larger bag option as well, was last I heard. He's working things out with his supplier, which is a local supplier. And so I've not heard from him in a little bit, so I don't have a timeline, but I know it's in the works to get more, because it's a lot better, I think, than he expected it to.
Also, I would like to know if he has some that's going to be pre-ground, any, or just whole bean.
Yeah, and I can give him that feedback as well.
Because you saw how long it took me to find a new coffee grinder in order to grind it. And also, because one of my issues with grinding my own is how long do you grind it for? Yeah.
And that's some of the problem so people that are into coffee like him and I, the problem we have when it comes to doing a pre-ground coffee is the way that you brew your coffee versus it might need a different type of grind. And so I'll be giving him some feedback on where people have asked those kind of questions, and also feedback as I have worked with people and asked questions of what kind of coffee do you like, and if you were to get coffee, would you prefer it whole bean or ground or K-cup? And
can't you put like a survey up?
From that, I'll be able to give him some better input on going forward. So maybe he will offer his option. I don't know. We'll see.
To answer Tiny's question, mortar and pestle, you like this one?
But with all the coffee that he sold, all those bags, how he sold out, maybe he should have put like a questionnaire or like a survey or something with it to the people that brought it, that they could fill out and like give the feedback like, oh, this is awesome, we want bigger bags, we'd like it grounded, or something like that. And that way that he gets that sort of like information back to him.
Yeah, like instant. I like personally backpacking available coffee for those people who do not have the ability to carry a coffee grinder with them on the trail.
Now, I got a question. Is that coffee vacuum packed?
No, this one was not. It has just a simple.
It's got a one-way valve to keep it fresh.
It does have. Yeah, it does have a. Okay, I'll see if I can.
Yeah, because I remember years ago when Gloria Jeans used to vacuum seal their bags, and it had become a brick. And when you open it up, you had to squish it a couple of times to break it all up.
Right.
But it saved room.
This one here, it's got quite a few beans still left in it, as you can tell. It's decent. I'm like I said, I'm a firm believer in stuff I can carry on the trail. The lighter, the better.
Well, I need to look for coffee that has like brands of coffee when I get over there for instant, because it will be all right if JV's home. I can pinch a cup of his coffee. But if he's working away and he isn't there all week, I can't exactly brew a pot of coffee because that coffee is going to go to waste. So I'm trying to find different brands of coffee that I can try that has like an instant coffee in the selection.
Like this one.
Well, yeah. That's when you do a half a pot, because they sell those here, or a pour over like what Jason does.
Well, we have single cup coffee makers.
Yeah, we also do have single cup coffee makers. I don't care much for the Keurig eggs.
That's good.
'Cause, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
really want to be wasting coffee, and because I can only have it every couple of days.
When we're
You
when
know.
we're doing the gathering, the get together, whatever you want to call it, I'll be offering this to AT to use, and
I still like those. I really do.
I like this one because it actually has a handle.
Yeah.
Well, you still need a glove because this portion here does
Oh,
get
yeah, it does get that. Yeah. So
I-
usually when I go camping, I take welding gloves with me.
yeah. Actually, welding gloves are the best gloves to use.
Yes.
And I've used this thing for making tea, making cocoa, making oatmeal, heating up water. I used to carry a kettle, a tea kettle with me that I picked up off the curb, brand new with tags on it and everything, carried it for years and wore it out, literally.
Yeah, I can't have large cups of coffee
Yeah.
anymore, Rob.
But this right
Um,
here came from Walmart. I like the fact it's got a bail and a handle. That's
Yeah.
The only thing is I may have to replace this part here. This part here. Mine's cracked, but it doesn't stop it from working.
What coffee you got, JT?
So this is some coffee that Mark Kratz, his channel is Mark Kratz MC. He sent this to me. I did a mail call. He sent this to me along with a few other items. And this is from a company out of Canada called Kickin' Horse.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
heard of that one.
And the funny thing is, I've seen it in the grocery stores, and I went and looked on their website because I really enjoyed this. However, all he labeled it was Kickin' Horse. They've got all these different blends.
Yeah.
So I sent him an email earlier today, and I'm waiting for a response to see if he might still have the bag. That way he can tell me which one it is. If not, then I get the fun of trying several of them to see which one it might be.
And that's the fun. You get to discover which one it is.
And you're very
The names of their coffee makes me want to buy a bunch of different ones anyway. So, and I'm going to be careful because I know YouTube's been updating their terms of service when it comes to language and stuff.
Yeah.
But just imagine the other name for a mule or a donkey and put the word kick in front of it. That's the name of one of their ones. It's Kick Donkey, Smart Donkey. They've got a bunch of stuff like that with
Or you can use the word mule.
right?
Mule's a good word too.
Mule, Smart Mule.
Yeah.
But
or
yeah,
somebody's bait,
sorry.
or somebody's bait that we know.
Oh, yeah, Trap Joe's boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
OF.
Yeah.
Jeff
Bearded,
says he can get him a small pour over.
Speaking of
pour-overs are
banners,
pretty portable
Colin?
anyway. Yeah.
Speaking of banners, you need to put the banner scrolling along the bottom about the get together.
I will do so now. Give me a second here.
Bearded Eagle.
I forgot.
Bearded
just
Eagle
remembered
said, I need one of these hand burr grinders. I've given them as gifts, but I don't have one myself.
Yeah. We've picked up several of those over the years. Take me a second. Yeah, there we go. And Jenny has used pour over. She's got 2 to 3 different French presses of various types.
I even got one that's a travel mug.
Yeah, she's got one. It's even a travel mug, insulated travel mug one, which is
I'll be back.
it's nice. She doesn't use it very often because it goes through a lot of coffee. Because when you're on the go, you don't actually have a lot of extra thing for measuring out your coffee while you're making it, though. That's why I liked about it, the pre-measured instant coffee. You know exactly how much you need and how much you have. Those burr grinders expensive? No. The ones that he was using, I found one on Amazon for like $12.
Thank you, Blake.
Jace, I guess I would say, AT.
Yeah.
I know you got yours as a gift, but you and I have found them for like $15 to $12 on Amazon.
I've not tried
find a link for it and post it here. That way you can check it out yourself.
I've not tried those yet, but I do have it as part of my plans to get some of the more budget friendly burr grinders, hand grinders like that, and do some reviews on those as well.
me a second here. I'm looking.
Hey, Mike.
Hike with Mike.
Yep.
Hey,
Hike with Mike.
brother, how you doing? Eagle, I know Eagle went to go grab something and probably went to get coffee.
All the other channels too.
Let me see here. I am going to check Prime because we're kind of in the Prime directive type situation. Manual coffee grinders. And I'm going to change it to price low to high.
And to Jeff's question before on regarding the size of the cup that I'm allowed to have with normal coffee, it's that cup.
AT's in the basement?
He shouldn't be.
I was.
That
Hey.
size.
Hey, AT, do me a favor when you get done there. Oh, crap. I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if that's going to work. Click on the part that does work. I found one for $9.
It'll probably work 9 times.
Oh, Lord, Colin. That link.
It's a manual coffee grinder, stainless steel, ceramic burr, hand cranked coffee grinder with 18 adjustable settings.
Only 10 left in stock.
It must have been from overstock.com.
No, this is Amazon.
No, that's probably why Amazon put them on there.
I have no idea. But that's not a bad price. Stainless steel.
The good thing is this is actually, it ships from Amazon and it's sold by the actual name brand of that grinder. So it's not coming from some reseller that's trying to use Amazon to pawn off crap. It's coming from the company itself that manufactured it. You're selling it through Amazon.
So that's the cheapest one I've found so far.
That's
And
pretty
that's
cool.
the #1 new release for manual coffee grinders is what it's gotten the tag from Amazon at.
So what do you think? Possibly good, possibly bad? We have to do a review on different hand crank coffee grinders.
Yep, definitely one worth checking it out. It's got 18 manual grind settings. It's one of those things too. I mean, for $9, I mean, this is literally like 1/10 of the price of the one that I was given for my birthday and Father's Day. Right. So I don't expect it to be as good as that one, but if it grinds the coffee, gets the job done,
Scooter,
for
out.
$9, you can't beat it.
And the thing is, it would be pack worthy
Get out of
if
there.
you're on the trail. But
Yeah.
that's one of the things, it's a matter of how much weight do you want to carry to how convenient you want your coffee.
Convenient.
I don't know. I'm so cheap. I'll probably just use 2 rocks and grind them.
No, well, I mean, this is why I always went with these little Folgers Instants.
Yeah. Get off.
I tried the cafe ones that I got sent, and it's okay, but it just tasted off to me because I like a harsher coffee.
You like those dark
Dark roast.
yeah, the
he
dark
like-
roast for those,
he like-
the
Folgers.
what are they called? The
I like the classic roast.
This is a classic roast.
I like
No.
medium roast.
what I'm talking about. It's the
Collins of Folgers, guys. It's that simple. You want to make Colin
Mike?
happy? Just give him a bunch of
the right
Folgers.
word.
Well, Taster's Choice tastes terrible.
Mike
Yeah, that's
says
like-
when I used to work at the county jail max security midnight shift, the only coffee they had was chicory. Chicory.
Gourmet
Chicory?
coffee.
It's not real
It
coffee.
was lame.
It's not real coffee.
Chicory.
Why?
Chicory is a coffee substitute.
Oh.
No, that's actually the roots of the chicory plant. So you got to dig them up, then grind the roots up, and then that makes a coffee-like substance. There is a tea that is caffeinated, like twice the caffeine of a coffee, that is grown in the Midwest. I'm not sure if anybody's ever heard of it or anything like that. Yeah. Mike, I'm sorry you had to deal with chicory. It's not real coffee. Well, it depends on how long it's been on review, Eagle. I don't know how long this has been up. It doesn't have a date that it was first put out.
Hey, Eagle, I'll post a link to the video where I did the review on the one that I have. Since you were asking which brand that was, I'll just give you the link to the with all the info in it.
Yeah, I mean, there's another one for $10.99, $23.75, $19.95, $159.99. Yeah, like way more than I really want to spend.
Okay, Colin,
Yeah.
for the link that you dropped, the date first available was the December 29th, 2022.
So it just literally came out last month. It hasn't had a chance to get any reviews. And the thing is, if you buy it, that's your choice. But for $9.99, you're not losing a lot of money. I mean,
Still money though.
yes, it's still money. But, I mean, it is stainless steel, and just give you a chance to try it out.
Well, you can choose from stainless steel to black. There's two
Yeah.
you can choose from.
Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, folks.
And
So-
share it out, please. Please like, share, and subscribe, that kind of thing.
Really quick, what Bearded said, the one he's been giving away as a gift, that's actually one it's been marked highly rated on Amazon. And even though it is quite a bit more expensive than what you're looking at, Colin, because it's like a $40 regular price grinder. I've seen it for cheaper, but it does retail at $40. That one I think is going to be a really good grinder. I do plan on trying that one and doing a review on it, but that one looks like it should be a pretty decent grinder as well. The quality make of it looks pretty nice.
The one I found,
What about
I'm good at research, just to let you know.
the one that I sent you, J2? It's not a coffee
I wonder if
grinder.
Bearded Eagle carries a Desert Eagle.
Probably. Hi, Emmett. How you doing?
Emmett.
Hey,
Emmett?
Emmett,
Yeah, that one that I sent you, J2.
I'm trying to. Oh,
That coffee pot thing.
yes. So that basically is very similar to the AeroPress
Yep.
that I have now. That does look pretty cool. I'm going to look into that as well. When you first said the one I sent you, I was like, you didn't send me a coffee grinder. Then I realized you were
No.
talking about the coffee brewer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we found something else that when we went searching around secondhand stores. I found this.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know if it's supposed to be an ornament because there's no places for hanging it, but I just think it looks pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
It's just
That
a
is
cutout,
cool.
you know.
That's still cool.
Yeah, little 3D effect. I like the truck. I love old old Fords.
I haven't seen Cecilia yet.
Internet troubles, probably.
We were up to 11 people, folks. Wow. Yay. Yeah, we talk about coffee. We talk about a little bit of everything on this channel. Today, we're just doing a review on some Mickwick High Country Blend coffee that I got from this gentleman right here as a part of a contest that I won from him. And it's decent coffee. Would I drink it every day? Probably not. Like he's actually mentioned the same thing. He's had it too. I am more of a Folgers guy, but it's because when I'm on the trail, you can't really be picky about what you drink, except for one thing. I will not touch Taster's Choice for money. People would not pay me to drink Taster's Choice.
I've never tried it.
Oh,
That's the
I'm
same
gonna
with
mix it.
Moccona coffee here in Australia. Moccona coffee is it's nasty.
now
Like full
The
blown
best-
nasty.
the best coffee I've tried is I believe it's called Golden Lion from Kona Coffee from Hawaii. I got that from
Best-
Johnny Harper.
The best coffee I've tried that I've loved so far is that Black and Bold
Yeah, the one from Iowa.
one from Iowa, Des Moines. Yeah, I love that coffee. I'll definitely be getting some of that when I get over there.
Well, maybe you should get it part of the they do have a monthly subscription box.
I've actually seen that in the stores here too, Colin.
Which one? The Black and Gold?
Oh, yeah. It's in the stores here in North Carolina.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yep. I thought you would like that. I've been meaning to tell you.
That's awesome.
Never tried spice cider, Mike.
Spice cider is actually kind of common.
It's actually really good too.
Okay, This is the brand I was going to show you guys real quick here. I'm going to share this one. This is the kind I got from Johnny from Hawaii. He bought it in the store, mind you. This is how much it is for a 7-ounce bag on Amazon.
I'm sorry to hear that, Emma. Don't imagine how devastating that is for you.
I can understand that, Emmett. I lost my mom to cancer, so my heart's with you. But I'm glad you're here, Emmett. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, mate.
That you're not wrong, Eagle, about Taster's Choice and Folgers are in your emergency food supply.
All right. Well, between the two, though, what would you choose? Taster's Choice or Folgers? If you had to choose one.
Folgers.
Folgers.
Folgers
What about you, Bearded Eagle? If you had to choose between Taster's Choice or Folgers, what would you choose? If they were the only two coffees that you had for backup that you could choose from, and you could only take one.
He would choose neither.
And just so everyone's aware, he's not talking about a human. He's talking about his dog.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter.
I know it doesn't matter. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was wondering what that Kelpie meant. I meant something that refers to
Kelpie is an Australian sort of dog.
Exactly, Eagle. Folgers is way better for the average price of everything else. Coffee on average.
Well, that's one of the reasons why we drink Folgers. For us, it's awesome, and it's one of the better prices there that we can get.
It's readily available.
It's readily available here, and we just stock up on it.
AT, make sure when you talk to them, tell them if they can do an instant blend. I would just so much. This would be good for an instant blend. But,
Maybe he could do like little samplers of instant blend and see how that goes on his store if people are interested in it or not.
The problem is going to come down to how most instant coffees are made is through freeze drying. So if he doesn't have a freeze dryer, it's going to be a minimum of like $3,500 investment to sample and work that out.
And that's only going to be in small batches.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with you if you don't like Folgers. It's a matter of your choice. That's okay.
Yeah, preference.
Your preference is your preference. Want to white label a coffee product? What's what it mean by white label?
I have no clue.
I'm not familiar with that phraseology, I guess.
Not familiar.
The only thing I can think is he's talking about basically having one branded with his name, channel, or whatever.
Well, you need one.
Yep, I'm just not quite ready for that yet. I'm trying to figure out what I want and what I want to achieve and what I want to have as possible merch.
I will see about if I can find one. I'll find you an antique popcorn popper that you get. You can go before you roast your own beans.
No, I'm good.
Bearded Eagle coffee is white labeling.
Oh, okay.
So would that be like top shelf, mid shelf, or I know it's not going to be bottom shelf.
Would it be a medium roast, dark roast, or a light roast?
So what I know of Bearded Eagle from watching his videos, he's like me in the sense that he definitely likes a really good cup of coffee. And I don't think he minds putting a little extra cash into it. Like you said earlier about the grinder, buy once, cry once.
Well, I mean, I cannot find a decent German coffee, a German blend coffee. People don't see it. They don't advertise it. Because when I was stationed in Germany, I've told AT this multiple times. I could get a caffeine fix just by walking down the street and breathing down the walk plots where there's a lot of coffee shops. Just a good cup of German coffee and a Brochen is breakfast.
See, I just don't like bitter coffee.
It's strong. I'm not sure about bitter because I always put sugar in mine. Sue me, but that's what I do. I've tried honey. Honey just throws the flavor off of the coffee. Don't ask me why.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan either. I actually love trying all kinds of different coffees. That's what makes things work for me.
No, you can use honey for both coffee or tea.
It's more for tea.
I put everything. in
I'd
both.
agree with Molly there. Honey is more for tea, but
I like it in coffee too.
yeah, I used to drink.
Yeah, I
A
know.
lot
I
of
love
honey.
peanut butter.
Artificial sweeteners should be banned from coffee.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Unless you're diabetic and you can't have sugar.
Oh, sorry. Jenny is diabetic. She can't have real sugar.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know. But that's why she puts creamer in hers, where she doesn't have to.
Yes, I know, Eagle. That's usually the super dark roast or long roast. They're all. It's like, to me, it's like drinking charcoal.
I went to a coffee shop once, ordered a coffee, and they asked me what I want. They gave me all these different options. I said black. They didn't understand.
I prefer the blonde coffees.
I like black with sugar. They give me this 1 or 2 little packets of sugar. I go,
Yeah.
when I say sugar, I mean sugar. There used to be a really good coffee shop downtown.
Like Emmett from Men in Black.
But they went out of business and someone else bought them out. But they understood how I did my coffee. They just handed me a big sugar bowl.
So really quick, I want to Jeff had pointed out, had asked if I'd seen his question, so I scrolled back up. So Jeff, the answer is yes and no. And I say it that way. So what he asked was if I've used a collapsible silicone pour over dripper. So the one I have used, I won't recommend. I'm actually going to be doing a video on it. I'm not excited about doing a video on it because I've not been excited about this. But this one right here is the collapsible Sea to Summit. Now, what's different about this to the other ones that I want to try is this one has stainless mesh in the bottom of it. And this stainless mesh is horrible. It lets grinds through. It makes a horrible cup of coffee. If you were to take and see, this is not like the other ones where this won't use a cone style paper filter. So if you went and bought the number 2, and I might actually have some somewhere, but if you bought the number 2 basket style filter, like for your regular drip coffee, and fit that in here, that would solve the problem. But why would you want to spend the extra money on one that's got the metal mesh when you still have to get paper? So if you don't mind getting one to use paper with, then I know a couple of people that have used them. I've not gotten one yet. It is in my plans to use. I'll look and see. There's a guy named the Broken Nomad, and he's got one that he likes to use, and I'll look and see if he left a link for it, and I can get that over to you. But I know he really likes that one. And his video when he was talking about it was really funny too, because he the way he brewed it at the end, he was squeezing the filter like a tea bag, like you could squeeze out the last bits. And he was like, coffeeologists or people who go to coffee or whatever you call coffee people who go to college or whatever you call yourself are probably screaming at me right now, saying, "No, you don't do it that way." It was so funny.
I do that with the drip bags though. When I finish with the drip bags, I'll sit there and squeeze the bag to get every last little drop of that coffee out.
Okay,
But
I just found something from REI. A pour over method.
I've got that one. And I'll be doing a review on that one too.
Okay, so you think that might be worth it or not worth it, or it's $10, $11?
So yeah, for the price, it's definitely good. If you're looking to not use a paper filter, that does a much better job than this one. I was really surprised at how easy it was to clean that because I didn't think it was going to be easy. I figured the grinds would stick to it, but I was able to rinse the grinds, just kind of flip it inside out and rinse the grinds off without using any pressure, just a slight little pour, and they slid right off. I think for me, it just came down to it wasn't as bad as the mesh, but I was still getting a little bit of that coffee sludge in the bottom.
Shepherd Judge's video.
All the residue from the coffee grinds.
The raccoon going
able to get through still.
Yeah, there's that one. So they just thought, share that one out. The price is not bad. You said it's easy to clean. That's a good one.
Jeff, if you don't mind using a paper filter, I don't see why it shouldn't still get the job done. I've had a lot of people who have asked me about ones that have the mesh because they didn't want to use the paper, whether it was for environmental reasons or just not having to take the extra thing with them. And I've not found one yet where it's been a satisfying cup, through a pour over with some type of a mesh system without using paper.
Okay, quick question. I was just thinking, if you carry the paper filters, the flat bottom ones, whatever, I'm sure what they're called. What if there was just a way to clip the filter in position and just use the paper filter as a standalone setup?
So, yeah, you can actually buy these little filter.
99-cent funnel.
Yeah, they actually sell things like that, where it's kind of like the filter forms like a little bag, and you can put your coffee in it, and it's got little ears on it that clip on the side of your cup, little paper ears.
Right.
So they've got something similar to that. I've not seen where there's an actual clip-on for pre-existing paper baskets, but it wouldn't surprise me if something was like that out there.
I figured the less you have to carry, the better on the trail. And that's the big thing for me. I mean, am I weight conscious generally? No. But I am food conscious, so I can only carry so much food on me. I already have to carry a bunch of sugar with me, more than I should, but I do it anyway.
Well, that's just like Colin, the pour over I like to use. Where's it at?
I got a question.
So this one right here, I mean, even though it's made out of aluminum, this is really lightweight, and it flat packs down to nothing. I mean, this is seriously my favorite pour over device. It flat packs down to absolutely nothing. This little bag to store it in, which you can also, if you see here, you can see that I've got paper filters in it. So I can store my filters and everything right in the same bag and be good to go.
How much was that?
This one is, I believe, around $35, but this is very durable. It's going to last for just about ever. I mean, it's made out of, you got to be really tough on
that. Showed me one that he's got. Here, I'll share it with you guys.
Yeah, I actually, wait a minute. He probably just showed you this right here, the Pramula Coffee Brew Buddy.
Yes, exactly.
This is another review coming soon, folks.
Coming soon to the theater near you. Because that's
I see you.
Now, I got a question. Who uses their coffee filters twice?
I don't use filters, so I can't say.
Like
it's fine.
But not for brewing coffee twice.
Okay, on my K-Cups, just to let you know, when I make my big ones here, I use the K-Cup 3 times for this.
Really?
I
No,
want it once, do it again, do it a third time.
Yeah.
Do not waste your coffee. I use it 3 times.
No, because what I usually do is I'll actually take the my coffee grounds and that one paper filter, and I'll put it outside and I'll put it in one of my buckets.
This was full.
Yeah, and then I put the coffee filters on the ground, and I cover it up with coffee, so it also helps as a weed barrier.
Okay.
J2 Bearded Eagle wants to know when you two are doing a collab. There is so much to discuss.
We got to do that soon. We got to get together and figure out something to do and when to do it.
Okay. Eagle, see the address down below.
You got to put the dates in there too, though.
What, 5 days?
Give me a second. I'll edit it. I will do that.
I can't guarantee that I'm gonna be able to make that, Colin.
I heard your car is still iffy.
Well, the car and a bunch of other things going on, but I can't guarantee. I just don't want to say no yet.
Yes, Cecilia.
I just put my time off for vacation for that.
So you're definitely going, Jason.
If it all works out, yes.
And Molly?
He can't
No.
go without me.
I'm going to leave her in the car.
You better not. I'll go over there personally and kick your hiney.
Hey, Cecilia.
No, like I said,
We know Cliff's going because he's already booked time.
yeah, I booked time from work.
There you go.
So if all works out you and Molly will be going.
Yeah,
If
like I said,
things work out, J2 will be going.
I was doing some research. If you were able to make it, if you had to fly, mind you, I was finding flights round trip for the entire time for under 4. But that's we would be providing you with all your camping gear and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's just an option.
Yeah.
Where's it at?
And that's actually flying into Pella, AT.
Flying into where?
24 minutes from the site. We wouldn't have to go into Des Moines. This would be all the way to near the campground. Round trip. Yeah, I was doing research for you since you mentioned it. I really hope you can make it, but I will be sad if you can't. But that happens. Sadness happens if you can't make it because family obligations always come first.
Exactly. Can you stop headbutting me, please?
Okay, I'm missing a whole bunch of comments. I haven't even caught up yet. Hey, Cecilia. Sorry for not saying hi yet.
And I think I said, hey, Cecilia. Amanda beat us all there instantly.
Timmy's right there.
Hey?
You beat us all to it. You were the first to the punch.
Yay!
Oh my gosh, you reminded me of a movie. Oh man.
Okay.
Movie?
Ew.
Yeah. Ready Player One.
I've seen that.
No.
My son and I went and watched Megan this weekend.
Oh no. I'm not watching that one. That one is freaky. I do not want to watch that one.
I will tell you,
What's it called? What's it called? What's it called?
Megan.
I will tell you, they have categorized it as a horror movie. It is not a horror movie. It's not even close to being one. But I will tell you that if you get creeped out by things that could possibly happen, don't watch it because that will creep you out. Me knowing what I know about technology, that kind of thing probably could happen. And I've seen too many things around AI, machine learning, and androids that show stuff similar to that, like it could be a thing.
Right.
I'm going to look it up.
But
Now,
yeah, I really enjoyed that movie.
I have heard Ready Player 2 is coming.
I hope not.
Oh yeah. I love
Why
that
not?
first one. It was awesome. Now the one I want to see is
Oh, I've
Are we done
seen
talking about coffee makers?
Yeah, I think so.
I've seen the clips to this. I do want to watch that one.
I'm cheating when I'm making my coffee.
Nice.
Turn it. Higher.
Yeah, so I'm cheating.
It fits on the camper stove.
Yep, sits right on the camper stove. Put your cup
That's
of
not
coffee.
cheating, though. That's
Just
actually
like
kind of
normal.
well. See, the thing is, everybody has different ways they enjoy coffee and different tastes, and the way coffee is brewed makes a huge difference on how it tastes. You know, so if you're someone who actually prefers more of the drip coffees like that, I think that's an awesome solution for those camping or tailgating and whatnot. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but the reason why I like it is I can put it on the stove and I can walk away from it.
it's pretty much battle,
While I'm trying to cook other foods.
I do
Alita
like my drip
Battle Angel is
coffees.
the one I want to see a sequel to, but that's just me.
I
Oh,
can't
guys,
wait to go
sorry.
see the new Avatar movie.
I'm not going to watch the new Avatar movie. It seems
Oh, and the new Transformer one too.
there's another one.
There's a new one coming
Oh, the
out. Yeah,
Beast one, the Beast War.
Beast one. Yep.
Okay, yeah, I have seen that one.
So Eagle, it will take any cone filter, right? I think it's funny you called it fancy pants. You can buy cone filters in like Target, Walmart, grocery stores. However, a lot of times the ones that you find locally, those cone filters are made for the ceramics that have 3 little holes in it. So the bottom of the cone is a little flat, even though it's still a cone shape. The bottom's tapered off. If you can find them, and I've seen them in stores, it's just not as common. If you can find them that come to a point, those will work better just because. I already took it apart, but because it forms one single hole in the bottom. But the other ones work fine. They work fine. You can use those. You wouldn't want to use a basket with these just because the baskets aren't shaped for the cone for these type of for any pour over really, or for most of them. Let's see.
A piece of cheesecloth will work just fine.
I've seen something once, coffee wise. I can't remember where, but it was like a coffee single, but would fit these kind of baskets. They had a little hole in the middle. You slide your thing, your coffee's inside, and would fit inside of these. I can't remember where I saw them. I want one because just don't want to have to worry about grinds in my coffee. I just don't like it. But
Yeah.
With what? Oh, the ice maker that high?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I'm not sure. Have you ever seen those, AT, by any chance?
I can't remember where I saw them. I've seen them before. It probably was Bass Pro Shop.
I don't remember. I've checked around. I still haven't found them.
Oh, by the way, guys, announcement for the Lowe's Home Improvement Store. They will soon be having a section for dog food, cat food, and other stuff for farm equipment as well, and ranch equipment. There's going to be a little section in there of like a Tractor Supply store, on a cross between Tractor Supply and a parts of the Bass Pro Shop and
They're expanding their horizon.
yeah, they're expanding the horizon. So expect stuff like that coming because a couple of the test stores did very, very well. So you'll be able to find that kind of stuff coming soon. Like I said, there is also going to be probably expanding into probably like the like what we do for like the camping stuff. Because usually like during deer season, we actually started carrying deer like the deer corn and all kinds of stuff like that. Little refrigerators, little coolers, little heaters, all propane. So I wouldn't doubt it if they start carrying little coffee makers and stuff like that there in the where they have all the barbecues.
So I'm trying to find those things. I can't find it.
Because that's where I got my my Lodge tabletop for my charcoal. It was actually through Lowe's website, guys.
I went to Lowe's twice today.
Yeah, I go to Lowe's about 5 days a week.
Well, this is different. I don't work there.
I haven't been to a Lowe's in a while. I'm sorry to say.
Well, I went
pretty
not
proud of
to
those prices.
the Christmas present that I got,
Mm-hmm.
but my plans are to still spend that money in that Lowe's. They just didn't have the other thing I was looking to replace it with. And I got to do some more research. Then I went back and bought some air filters.
Yeah.
So we've recently moved into this house. The most ridiculous thing happened when I went to go check the air filter. I'm like, you know what? It's time to change it out. It's probably past time. So I went to go check it to see what size it was. They put it in backwards. Those things are designed for single airflow.
Yes.
One way.
There's an arrow on it.
They put it in incorrectly, and that's why the damn thing's probably, excuse my language, the dang thing's probably been struggling so bad, and why our electric bill just went up by times 5 when it got cold, because it wasn't getting the airflow it needed.
It's not breathing.
Now that you got the right filter, how has it been working?
Now that I've got a new filter in it, and I've got it incorrectly. Personally, I can tell a difference. I'm waiting for my wife to give a little bit more of a better judgment because she gets colder quicker than I do. But I personally think it's actually working much better. I'm getting hot when that thing kicks on, especially in this room. So now I've got to find a solution. I've got a couple of ideas I'm working on to be able to turn off one of my 2 vents in this higher vaulted ceiling.
Yeah.
I got one there, and I got one way over that way. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. By the way, Bearded Eagle, I am not paying $300 for that little itty bitty freezer.
Oh.
You're talking about those Camel freezers?
Mhm.
They're awesome looking, but I'm not paying $300 for it.
I don't even have a deep freeze yet.
No, this thing is like tiny. Okay, I think it's
Like
um
Barbara's.
no, it's smaller than Barbara's or
Really?
Barbara's. Yeah,
No,
I think it's like 5 cubic feet.
Oh.
It's tiny.
Got you, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff sends a lot of stuff on Facebook.
Jeff is awesome, by the way.
Oh, tell me about it.
Oh, what's that other the Hennies?
Yeah, I talk
You can
a
pick
lot
that
of-
one up for like $1.25
Yeah.
for the same size freezer.
Oh,
And then
the
get the
guy I
wrap
get my Fire Strikers just friended me again on Facebook, so I got a chance of getting some more strikers. So that's good.
Oh, I found mine.
You what? Striker?
Striker.
Yeah.
Where'd you put it?
Up here
Now
somewhere.
he lost it again.
It's up here somewhere. It's somewhere over here. Yeah, I found my striker and ferrule rod. Man, that thing's bright.
I can't see anything.
Well, no, I can't remember where I put it. I know it's behind me somewhere.
Okay, Jason, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Don't think about it. Just reach for it.
Like
Where'd you put it?
Eagle, that's my main go-to fire starting deal when I go backpacking. Because just because I may carry one of these, this is not 100% every time. Everybody may say this is surefire. No, it's not. If it gets wet, it doesn't work.
yeah,
If it
mine
gets
gets wet.
cold, it doesn't work. So, but a flint and steel will work. But I carry one with me wherever I go. I even give me a second. I think I have a small setup. Nope, not that one. I have another one already set up,
Oh,
ready to
no.
go. I just can't remember where I put it. But it's made with a very, very tiny.
By you?
I
By
don't
me.
know that's where I put it at the moment. But I have a little teeny, like maybe 2-inch striker that I picked up the other day, and it's just a small thing.
Chicken.
Oh, yeah, you're not wrong. I'm not gonna lose that rubber chicken.
And making char cloth, this is my go-to method, thing for making char cloth. And the best part about it, you get to eat the Altoids before you can do anything else with it.
Mine still has Altoids in it.
Mine does too. This one does, but it's not the only one I have. I have several around the house.
I like the wintergreen.
I like the cinnamon. The cinnamon
I don't like
Altoids
the
in my
cinnamon.
bag. That's
I
my
don't like
favorite.
this.
Every
I-
Altoid 10 you see from me is probably going to be cinnamon because that's my favorite.
Well, then I'm sorry. I'll make sure you get you some cinnamon for your birthday.
No, that's okay. I got plenty. There's always stuff like that around here.
No,
But that being said, I do like the peppermint Altoids as well, to the point where my toothpaste that I have actually tastes a lot like the peppermint Altoid.
Yeah. Char cloth is good for pretty much every fire starting method there is. Pump wood, if you can get a really good one. Having fat wood is always a good thing too. By the way, for those people who got real Christmas trees for Christmas, I hope you just didn't put it on the curb to have somebody pick it up and haul it away. Because if you let it sit long enough, all the sap in that tree will go down the trunk to the base of it for about a foot. Cut the bottom foot off and split it up, because that is all fat wood.
What you doing, Mandy?
Just to let you know. I'm waiting for it to get settled down, so I'm going to cut it off and make a bunch of fat wood.
This is the one I have, Colin. I finally found it.
All right.
I'm listening, Molly. I'm just listening.
Give me a second. I'm gonna make you bigger than you. Oh, okay. You're a little ferro rod.
And I don't own a handbag.
That was
Celia.
a magnesium one
Yep.
set up. Be careful, because remember you be dealing with the magnesium on there too.
Yeah,
Ian's got one of those.
Right.
And my fire kit, which I have in my bag, I carry a ferro rod. I carry. I don't have a strike. I used to carry my striker in there, but
The best way I found out to use this is everybody's trying to use it forward like this.
Flick it though, don't you?
No. Pull the ferro rod over this and leave your steel in the same spot.
you pull the
pull this
rod.
way.
You pull the rod.
You pull the rod.
Oh, I see. I get you.
Everybody's trying to do this.
Give me.
And when you're up against something, it puts all the sparks right there.
Okay. Gotcha. I know JV's got some for me. I know I've got one in my starter kit thingy that I won from Colan.
Yeah. And it's got a pouch that you can clip. You can wear it under your belt
Okay,
or web gear.
that's pretty
But
cool.
here, no, I don't.
In the drawer.
But I do like your idea, Colin, with the shoelaces to put one in the top of your shoelace.
You mean like this? Yeah. Just get you put. Well, let me go big on this one. Okay, I got paracord for my laces, as you can see.
Yep.
You just get a tiny little ferro rod and put it right there. You can get the tiny ones. You can buy them pretty much everywhere, just like the ones you see in most of the Colan's fire strikers. You see them with and stuff like that, real tiny little ones. This is a Colan's, by the way. Just put it in the. Even this would probably work in your if you wanted to go really big, but it really don't need much. But this is what I use to start. If I needed to, is these two items here, but not the blade.
The back of it.
Nope, not the back either. The hole.
Oh, I see.
And he goes like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that way you're using two sides of the ferro rod instead of just one, and you get a much bigger fire. And the hole is supposed to be for pushing it with your thumb, but I never. It's mainly set up for a right-hander, so it's hard for me to use. So, but I end up using it for my ferro rod because that's the easiest thing for me to use.
I remember.
I do carry Bic lighters. I got like multiple. The only thing I don't carry is like a Zippo, even though I own several. And it takes pretty much every Zippo lighter I've ever owned.
Yeah,
But,
if you guys if these don't work anymore, you can always take the top off. You can always get the flint out of it too.
right.
Save the flints.
See, all you need is even a little thing smaller than a battery will work in your shoelaces. AT, do not yawn. You should not be yawning yet.
Let's 10:04 where he's at.
I know it's later than it's probably 10 o'clock, 10:04 right there.
Yep. But I'm back to getting up at stupid early in the morning again. So
You need to go?
not yet.
Okay. If you need to, there's no shame in saying you got to tap out.
Oh, don't worry. I will let you know.
I was on Cliff's Live on Sunday and I fell asleep.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
I wasn't on live though. I was in the chat.
Why he doesn't do the panels?
I didn't fall. I didn't go to the panel on Sunday, but Jenny ended up having to sign me off because I was out cold.
Nice.
But on the ferro rods and stuff, I do have one extra ferro rod set up.
Yeah.
That I have in a Altoids tin somewhere in this living room. I'm not sure where I put it yet, but I will find it. And I may, if anybody is at the gathering in May that does not have one, might end up with it.
That's cool.
I'm still upset because Mark Kratz, when he sent me that coffee I was showing earlier, he sent me a ferro rod that I'm pretty sure he assembled himself. Well, he didn't make the actual rod itself, but it had an elk antler handle to it.
Ooh.
Right.
Yeah, I've not seen it since Christmas Day. Christmas Day, I had it in my hand because I wanted to go show my wife. She hadn't seen it yet. And I'm like, I don't remember even where I put it down at. I don't know. It's up and vanished like a fart in the wind, to quote Shawshank Redemption.
It'll turn up. It's probably staring you right in the face. You're having a man look.
I
I'm
hope
sorry.
so because I love that thing. I'm so upset that I can't find it. I've looked and looked and looked. It's going to be in the dumbest place ever, I'm sure.
Yeah. It always is, though. It always
How old is your boy?
I got
He's 15, but if he wouldn't take it without telling me. I trust him.
Okay.
Unless he's picked it up and he's had a look and he's put it down somewhere else.
Okay.
No, I've asked. I've got a lot of detector on him. I know if he's telling me a lie. He would tell me, even if he messed it up, he would tell me.
Okay.
I'm not worried about
AT,
him.
this is the one I picked up at the Salvation
Check under
Army.
the chair that you sat at in the living room, Cecilia says.
Okay, here's mine that I picked up from the the Army surplus store before they closed in Des Moines.
That's cool.
Full ferro rod. The striker also has the same design.
Nice.
It is deer antler. Here's the striker. Paid $10 for this, and it also came with these two pieces of fat wood.
Hey, how many people are going live tonight?
A lot, apparently.
Yeah, I've gotten 6 notifications already.
I haven't looked because I've been busy.
That
Yeah.
is pretty cool, though.
$10 for these two items, and I picked them up at the surplus store. They was under the. I mean, they were getting ready to go out of business, and I haven't used it very often, as you can tell. But this is my backup one because I don't use my ferro rods as often, with exception of the one I carry, my Coglans, which is probably one of the cheapest kind you can get at Walmart. This one here.
Have you looked in the fridge, J2?
Check.
You ever see the way I look? I'm always in the fridge, girl.
Oh, actually, check
I'm
your-
only asking because I put my car keys in the fridge once and I spent the whole day looking for my freaking car keys. And when I opened the fridge,
Honestly,
it was staring at me.
The fridge and the freezer were one of the first places I looked.
Okay.
I can't
There's
remember if I made it downstairs or not. Sorry, Colin. Go
Check
ahead.
your coffee bag that you carry.
What?
I did.
Okay. Okay. Now this kit was the case was given to me by Grace Martin, and this is a replica of a Hudson Bay tobacco tin. For those people who don't know what those are, back in the day they carried your tobacco and stuff like this. My fingers are just really oily right now. I'm trying to get the top off here.
You'll
Usually
find it though, J2. He'll show up.
Yeah. Look for something else. You'll find it.
Also, think of the last place it should be. Then go there. I mean,
Look
even
in
if
your
it's
pantry if you
improbable.
have one.
Yep. My only fear is that if it somehow got mixed up in the Christmas wrapping trash, which I honestly don't think it made it downstairs. I really don't. But that's my only fear. It got thrown away by accident, but I don't think that happened either.
Well, this
That's
one here
cool,
has got a
Colin.
magnifying glass.
Looks like it goes to a Ouija board.
It does.
Right.
It does. No, but this is my kit that I carry with me.
Yeah, that's cool.
I got my dark cloth in a separate tin.
Boy.
That's funny, AT.
But this is
It's
the
true.
ferro rod I got from Cliff, one of the 3 ferro rods I've got. Look how thick that is.
Yeah.
but my striker is my favorite method. I want to see. Now I got to see about sending a kit, one of these to maybe Eagle. So he says he hasn't used one in 25 years.
I can't wait to see my kit that I won off you.
Actually, we just had it out just a second ago. We put it in a shoebox with some of the other stuff. For those people who have not seen the kit that Mandy won, or the kit that AT won, because he's supposed to do a video on it and he hasn't done it yet.
Right. I'm horrible.
No, you're not.
That's because you told me to make sure I use it and I strike it in the video, and I've not had a chance to do that. And when I went camping, I decided to be too damn lazy to do anything.
Yeah. This is the kit that Mandy won. And here's her striker. Nice little striker. And it's got some char cloth and some flint in there and some coconut husk. And I threw in a Kmart fuel rod from a old hand warmer that I picked up, some hand warmer fuel sticks. Figured she could scrape those and use those for more fire stuff. And it comes in this nice little tin.
Jenny wrote my name on it too.
And your name is on it too, yes. But these are the fuel sticks that I put in there.
Oh.
So one of those, and yes, it's from Kmart, which does not exist anymore, from what I gather.
I know I got
We
mine
have
around the
Kmart in
table, too.
Australia.
Well, not around here, they don't. But
No.
I found these solid fuel sticks.
I want to open up a store called S-Mart.
That's smart.
Shop smart. Shop S smart.
And you must sell sawed-off shotguns.
That are legal.
Then
Shop
wood
smart.
barrel.
Shop S smart.
But I mean, ferro rods, I can get them. I'm good at finding them. I have not been able to find another one of this big.
Brass knuckles.
It could be used as brass knuckles, but I like the fact that it strikes so freaking well.
Now, I can see a noob slicing his knuckles off with a knife.
Oh, possibly. But I have, scarred my knuckles up learning how to use my ferro rod.
No, they'll probably not be experienced enough not to use the blades. They're going to use the blade and cut off their knuckles.
Yeah, probably me. Watch this space.
Mandy's got her thing here in the shoebox. So it turned out really well. So I got this this shoebox from Goodwill, I think.
Nice.
We were getting a bunch of stuff and they just
Ice better now? Since I turned the time up on it?
it was a style of secondhand store that we went to for the first time up in Marshalltown. No, sorry, Ames. It was over in Ames, Iowa. Overstock, overflow, or something like that. And I picked up this little.
Everybody shopped at overstock.com, and then I realized they're Ohio State stickers.
Hey, I've actually gotten something. We've gone to Overstock before and got stuff, but what's your guys' favorite preferred method of fire starting? Everybody has their own preference.
Well, so far it's just a lighter because I haven't tried anything else.
Jason has these little torches that are real cool.
I do have one more method that I haven't tried yet that I picked up at a bin store. Sorry,
Colan.
This was Stuffs in Clive, Iowa. And
What is that, Jason?
This is a torch.
Oh.
Give me a second. Let me make you big.
Strike it.
Hold up. Okay.
Okay, here's the trigger. Got a
Butane.
little stand. Yeah, butane.
Okay.
It's got a little stand. It's got a bottle opener. It's got a little stand that you can pop out. And You can start it, lock it, and set it down.
That would be great for fixing arrows.
Yeah. Yep. And it's got a little tab there, so you can go small or larger with it.
Eagle,
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in that.
This one's almost out.
But this is what I was trying to show you guys. Give me a second here. I'll show you what I found is this thing.
Yeah, I've seen those.
And it's got the strings, as you can see on that side and that side. Just pull them apart, start the fire. I have not tried it yet.
Cool.
And it says it's no matches, windproof up to 200 plus mile an hour, lights wet wood, and burns for 30 minutes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
Can't wait to
I
see
only
it.
paid $2.99 for it. So
yeah, like those fire starters that we bought before we moved here.
Yeah.
We bought Walmart was clearing out a whole bunch of little fire starters that you just light the little paper, like the big logs that burn for 3 hours.
Right.
The Duraflames, these were like little itty bitty ones, but they burned for 20 minutes.
that's pretty good.
And we picked them all for what, $1.50
Mm-hmm.
for the small boxes and $2.50 for the big boxes.
And I bought
That's
them
not
all.
We
bad.
bought 'em all. Yeah, we spent like $25.
I generally go through the clearance section for like archery gear after the hunting season because I can get knocks, tips, you name it, at next to nothing prices.
Yeah.
But by the way, Eagle, I'm not sure if you heard what I said earlier about Christmas trees. If you had a real Christmas tree for Christmas, do not just throw it away. Let it stand outside for a little bit. Let that sap drop to the bottom of the tree. Then cut off the last foot or so. That's all fat wood.
No, it's not. It's a Yule log.
It's fat wood. Deal.
It's a Yule log. You save it for next year's Christmas to start your fire.
And I don't have a fireplace. I've got a fire pit. There's a difference. But it's a good place to get some fat wood from a source that people would normally just try to get rid of. Because I noticed that when I was taking our tree down, that the last foot or so was nothing but heavily coated with sap because the sap ran down. I'm not sure what Pro Camp Tech is, Jeff. I've not heard of it. Oh, the fire type. Yeah, I've seen the paste fire starter stuff, Lori. I have. So I haven't tried it though. It's a little, it's fire paste is what it's called. You just squeeze it on there, light it. Has anybody else tried this stuff?
No.
No. It's kind of cool concept. Keep it nice and ready at all times. Probably like a tube of toothpaste. You don't need a whole lot to get it going.
Yeah, it's okay. Colan makes some.
That's the only thing I can think of what it is. I've never heard of it. I'm just guessing.
Here's what it is. Here's what it is on. Dang, what am I doing? Wrong one. This one's on Amazon. It's Colan's fire paste.
Oh, I called it. I never heard about it before.
Yep, it's 1006 and it's a 3.75 ounce tube of fire starters. Now, do I care? I see here. It's got some questions people have been asking about it. Let me see. There's another one. There's another fire paste right there.
I wouldn't mind trying one of those out.
Look at all these different methods. They got fire lighters. These are basically the little fire sticks. You just strike it like a match. I've used those before. Those work really
It's
well.
okay, not the greatest.
This is what I carry. I carry this and this with me on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Where's the questions? Where's the
I
question?
wonder if I can take some of that twine, put some little bit of fluid on there, and wrap it up in wax paper and roll it up, put it in a roll. See how well that would work. Just cut a little length off that you need to get it at least started.
Yeah, you don't need it.
Oh, that's cool, Jeff. I didn't know that. He sent me a lot of fat wood. What I got from Cliff.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember when he put it all in the bag and shipped it to Jeff.
Yeah, I've got a little bit small sticks that I have. They're in see.
Yeah, just be careful with magnesium.
I got magnesium, is what he
It's
said.
flammable.
It's flammable.
Mm.
And once it gets going, you put water on it. Mistake number 1 right there. It will explode.
That's okay, Mandy.
Got some extra flint and my leather needle and stuff. That's not what I'm looking for.
Mandy's got internet issues. She's staying in chat.
Yeah.
That happens, I'm sorry to say. Oh, this here is the most cheesy method I've ever seen. It's my little Zippo fire starter. It basically, all it is a, give me a second.
A forever match?
No. Little fire cube things you break up to
Oh.
fluff up.
Almost like it's the same shape as the black powder pellets, but a little bit larger.
Yeah, you just fluff those up.
Oh,
Ow!
Amber alert.
Yep.
That means all my stuff is about ready to go off.
Okay, and basically all it is that's it.
That's it.
What?
And it is by Zippo.
There it is.
Emergency fire kit is all it's called.
Where's that? Oh, Midland. Jeez. I don't know why we get it from Midland.
Put this back in here.
That's like 9 hours away.
Now, I do have some other stuff in this kit that I carry. Everybody knows about Yuko and their fire matches. They make a really good fire match.
Yeah, Flair just did that last week on his 3-day challenge on his ranch.
These are, these are the really, they work really well. They do handle being in the underwater and all that stuff. So, okay, thank you. I'll check it in a second because I've got my Facebook up for that purpose.
Let's see. That is in Midland, Texas, grade 2022 Dodge Ram 3500, license plate, Texas. Victim is 11-month-old white female. Last thing, unknown clothing. Suspect 29-year-old white male. Zach Smith, who was last seen wearing unknown clothing.
Unknown.
Yeah, they're trying not to profile, I guess.
Oh, guys, white. They're allowed to now.
Yeah.
Well, I hope they find her quickly. Thank you, Jeff. I'll look at it later, but I've got it up to that website. Now, I did find some stuff while I was at Goodwill that I was going to get, but I ended up turning it down. Was a big roll of jute. Jute twine is one of the better tinder bundles you can get. If you can't find a lot of things, jute twine is good for that.
It's much better with the carpets moved, honey.
Is it better with the carpets moved?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't feel like I was going to fall over when I get up.
Now, I do have a question for Eagle, if he's still here. I hope he is.
Yeah, I got a question for him too.
Okay. You know what this is?
Safety pin.
No.
A weapon.
No, it's not a weapon.
Okay.
It is a safety
Yeah.
pin. It looks like a safety pin, but it's not. Look at the size of it.
Yeah.
This is the same as this. It's a blanket pin.
Yeah, I know it's
A
holding.
diaper pin.
Yeah, it's for holding up the
Diapers.
kilts. Yeah.
But not just kilts. If you carry a wool blanket, and I have two now because I just picked up another one recently at a place called the Bazaar, Buzzard, Bazaar, or E, or whatever it is. This blanket right here. is for a wool blanket. It's a little frayed on the end. That's okay. It's not military, but it's the same material. I can't guarantee who are pay. I only paid $10 for this, and it's a full size.
You check it for fleas?
Yes,
Okay.
and it's
I know it's a horrible joke.
but there you go. It's very comfortable. So carrying a blanket pin and wool blanket is a good substitute for, when you have extra cover, and you could use it for a lot of different uses, including like if you ever watched Dual Survival with Dave Canterbury and Cody Lundeen, he used a blanket pin to use a buffalo hide to keep himself warm. He was still wearing only wool socks, but that's neither here nor there.
No, I was wondering if bearded eagle carries a desert eagle.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I don't know why that popped into my head earlier.
I remember you asking that question. I agreed with it. So I don't know. But I'm not sure. For those people who didn't see, because I was showing this off in the green room earlier, I one of the things I picked up at the secondhand store was a set of needles. As you can see, they're for leather needles. With the exception, I claim this little one in the middle here is going to be my suture needle from now on, because it's small enough to be used for doing sutures if I need to. Am I proficient in doing sutures? Nope. But I got not your needles, Cecilia, my needles. I use them for my leather work, and I probably said the small one is probably going to go in my med kit for doing stitches if I need to.
Do you carry forceps with you?
Give me a second.
Oh, he does. Okay. I got both curved and straight too.
I've got some in my other kit. I also carry some in my these aren't very big. These are small ones, but right here.
Oh, mine are bigger than yours.
No, this is my small travel pair, because space is at a premium. So I've got big ones too.
Oh, you got defensive.
No, I mean, I don't, you use them for different situations.
Yeah, this is the ones I usually have.
If I'm going to do stitches or something like that, I would use this one.
Oh, the small ones, yes.
So you don't need a big ones for doing stitches. So,
Well, I didn't expect the mine is bigger than your showdown tonight.
well, I can pull out my big ones, but I just don't need
I
to.
couldn't help it. I could not help it.
Better watch out. Colin says he's going to pull out a big one.
Nah.
No, this is great for getting stuff like out of small little crevices.
Yeah, it's also great for getting hooks out of fish.
That's why I use them.
They're great for if they swallow the hooks, that kind of thing. But well, no, these are mainly
As well as the hook. I'll get the hook back later when I clean the fish.
Well, this is really good for, like I said, for doing stitches. That's all I would use these for.
You use it for catch and release.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the Speedy Stitchers, Jeff, but I have not used them yet. But I just, like I said, as a medic, I carry stuff in certain things. I need to rebuild my kit, because the last big upgrade I had was converting my kit to a burn kit due to my wife getting 2nd to 3rd degree burns on her legs. So I delved in, built a major burn kit. But now I have to go back and make stuff for a 16-year-old and myself on the trail, and he is penchant to playing with knives. So
Super glue.
super glue only goes so far.
Yeah, I know.
And it stings like hell.
Yes, it does.
Well, that'll teach you to play with knives.
He doesn't play with knives. He works with knives. He sharpens knives. He collects knives. He's actually pretty decent. But the thing is, accidents happen.
Oh, yeah.
So
One careless moment.
And butterfly closures, I do not like. But the thing is, people, I'm just going to remind you, it's good that you may have a good med kit, but know how to use your med kit.
Yes.
I mean, just like AT and his making coffee. You may have this stuff available, but you don't. You got to do in order to brew a really good cup of coffee. You actually have to use it. Just like when your dad makes fishing poles.
All right. Good night, Bearded Eagle.
Yeah, I
Eagle,
think
thank
I'm
you
right
for
there with
coming.
Bearded Eagle. I'm sitting here starting to crash, and one of my contacts is bugging me. I need to get it out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You
I
get
think I'm
going,
on my
brother. You were yawning earlier.
right.
Love you.
Y'all have an awesome night. I'll see y'all. I plan on trying to jump on tomorrow night's live, Jason, for as long
Alrighty.
as I can. I'll see y'all then.
I might go on early. I don't know. We'll find out.
Can I
See you
see
later.
our-
Good night.
Night, everyone. Bye, Jenny. Bye, Molly.
There's Jenny.
And goodbye,
Miss you already.
everyone. Bye, Jeff. This is
Be well, brother.
Tiny. I miss you already.
He's awesome. Yeah, like I said, with any kit you may have, make sure you know how to use it and practice using it. Just because you say, "Oh, I have this, 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 and this," doesn't mean you know how to use it.
Yeah, YouTube may not work when you need it.
Yeah.
I did see something in a book once. It was actually pretty good. This one guy who was a prepper, not by choice, sort of happened, went up against this community after the grid went down due to a EMP type thing from the sun. It was a solar thing. And this whole group had thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of equipment. The houses were set up for solar panels and all this other stuff. And they had all these stuff for redoing bullets, for reloading, and no one knew how to use it.
I said,
Thousands of dollars worth of gear, and no one knows how to use it.
yeah, what they didn't tell you about that is if they have the solar flare and it hits the earth, anything electronic will burn. So the solar panels will never, ever work again because they'll catch fire, all the wires.
They had their stuff stored in a Faraday cage.
Oh, okay, that's different.
They even had backups to backups. But the thing is, they didn't have the people with the knowledge to fix any of that stuff.
That's okay, Cecilia. That's fine.
I'm glad you're here, though, Cecilia. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
By the way, next Thursday, I'm not sure if I'm going to be late or not because I have to go get my heart checked out at my heart doctor. So I get to go get my cardiac checked. They're going to do the EKG, the whole 9 yards.
Oh, are they going to do the stress test on you?
I don't know. I will find out when I get there. But it's my yearly. So
Okay.
Probably because they're doing the EKG, they'll probably do the stress thing. I haven't had any issues, but it's good to know. But I think maybe Thursday we might discuss first aid supplies. Who knows?
That might be a good idea.
And how to use them, properly. Because just because you have them doesn't mean you.
Oh, that'd be nice to do like little demos with using like a piece of leather or something, how to sew, how to tie the knots.
Actually, the best one that we use, it may sound weird, is pig carcasses.
Well, yeah, for demonstration purposes, a thin piece of leather will work.
Yeah, true. But a ham would work really well too. As long as you're planning on eating the ham, that kind of thing. So we need to get a ham for next week. No. I'll probably, let me see. In order to get it done properly, I might need to do some research probably next Thursday after my cardiac appointment. So that would be a good way for it.
And believe it or not, they sell these little spools of fishing line for the leaders for fly fishing. Just $3 or $4. Put that in your kit. because that's going to be your for your sutures.
So, unwaxed, unminted dental floss
Yeah,
works wonders.
but with a 4-pound test, it's pretty thin,
Right,
so it'll be easier to put it through the needle so you can pull it through.
right. Well, this one here has got a fairly. Oh, here I'll show you.
Yeah, the dental floss is not exactly thin.
It depends on which one you get.
Yeah,
Okay, this is the one.
and it's going to tear when it goes through the skin.
Okay, this
Not
is
like that monofilament. Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
the hole for that one.
yeah, it's a pretty good size hole.
Well, I think this one's actually meant for leather, but due to the fact that the size would
Mhm.
be perfect for sutures, stitches, whatever, because you got to use what you have.
Now, I have used the fish hook in the past.
Fish hooks can be done. Circle hooks work better than regular
Yes,
hooks, which is
Yes.
pretty much the same shape.
concept. Yes.
So this is what I would use for that.
Just make
What-
sure you crush the barb first.
Oh, this one's actually fairly sharp.
No, you get rid of the
And
barb.
use a fish hook sharpener
Yeah.
for these.
Mhm.
But make sure you get one that's been unused for anything else but this.
Yeah.
You need it to be sterile. If it's not sterile, do not use it.
I got sterilizer.
Huh?
I got sterilizer right here.
Well, you can heat it up, obviously, like with a lighter, with a
Yeah.
fire, what have you. But I'd rather not have to worry about. I mean, I'm talking about the sharpener itself,
Oh yeah.
because you want to have a sterile surface when you sharpen your stuff, because you don't want to
Because
have.
all those little heebie-jeebies will live in the grooves of that of every grind that you do. It's not always perfectly smooth unless it's been buffed out.
Right. So keep one separate. Also, you could use it for the same thing for your scalpels and such as well. So use one sharpener that's kept sterile. Don't even touch it with your bare hands if you can do with it.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know, Jeff. Oh, I've heard of them.
Yeah, I got a buddy who's got the pacemaker defibrillator.
I think that's what he's got.
Yeah.
Now, Jason, where is your kit?
In my fishing bag,
How far is it from you?
packed away.
Do you have one for the house?
Yeah, it's in the it's in one of the drawers. I know
Okay. That answer should tell you something.
that. Yeah.
Hey, Mike, how you doing? Yeah, so myself, I've got a small kit that I carry with me every day.
Yeah.
My
Well,
wife does use it.
Now, for Jeff, if anybody sees Jeff just sitting there twitching on the floor, jerking, don't touch him.
Also,
Just call 911.
keep heavy-duty magnets away from his chest.
No, like I said, one of the guys that I worked with, he told him to tell us that if he's on the ground, passed out, and you see his body jerk every so many seconds, don't touch him.
Yeah, unless you want to get knocked on the floor with him.
You got it.
No, I was saying something, I lost it. Just make sure you know where your kit is.
Yeah.
And I need to restock because a lot of my stuff expired.
Yeah, same here.
So that's one thing you make sure your kits are up to date. If you are diabetic and you have access to the non-refrigerated pills for your dosage, get those.
Metformin?
Yeah, like your metformin and stuff like that. Yeah.
If you are need an EpiPen for any reason, carry one. I know they're expensive. I know they're hard to get a hold of.
Hey, Bruno.
If you need one, get it. Keep it near you.
Yeah, the problem is it's such a short shelf life. It sucks.
They are now. Back in the day when we were younger, they had a very long shelf life. they tweaked it to where they have to be renewed every 6 months.
Yeah.
And they charge 10 times as much as it was when I was a kid.
Oh, I know. That $600 for a pin is ridiculous.
When I was a kid, I didn't need one myself.
They were $30
They were like
For
yeah,
2-pack.
$25. I
for
remember.
a 2-pack.
Yeah. And also, if you know someone who is a family member who is diabetic or an anaphylactic shock, know how to administer their shots.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a firm believer in. Oh crap! I just knocked myself off. The hell.
I'm sorry. That should be one of the classes they teach in high school.
They don't teach basic first aid or advanced first aid anymore.
They should.
Well, I was an Army medic, so I've got a lot more. And I was
I got mine through Boy Scouts.
I was an EMT, but not a paramedic. But I had the paramedic skill set, if that means anything. I just wasn't able to do anything other than regular EMT stuff. Excuse me. That coffee is really giving me heartburn.
That's the smoke.
Oh man,
Couple of Tums.
I don't do Tums.
Oh.
It messes up the rest of my system.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Too much calcium and the sugar.
Not the sugar. It's more of the it stops me up because So I'd rather not. But we'll discuss more of the emergency kit stuff probably next Thursday of next week on the 26th. So we'll get time to get their kits together, find out, and remember where your kits are at, Jason.
Yeah.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. I'll probably have to put it back together,
I
but like I
also-
said, it's so old.
For those people who do need EpiPens and things like that, just check to make sure they're not expired. Please.
Excuse me. Yeah, because ours isn't a full kit. It's like in a drawer. It's the whole drawer.
We have a dresser.
We got a dresser.
A dresser drawer, that's pretty good. Just
No,
make
we got the
sure
whole dresser.
the whole dresser is the kit.
Yes.
I want to see that kit.
Yeah, you
I
open
would
it up.
see
It's
that.
got all of the medications in there, all those different Band-Aids, gauzes.
Well, medication should be kept separate on a separate drawer by itself.
And they're also on the shelf up on top. Yeah, we got
But we don't need
toothbrushes
to
in
see
there.
those. We don't. Need
Yeah,
to see meds.
it's like the whole medicine cabinet in the bathroom. We just decided to go ahead and just put everything in categories in the drawers.
I was thinking about picking up one of those little plastic shelves, bins with wheels.
Yeah.
Ace bandages, heating pads, all kinds of stuff in there.
We have.
Ooh, he's just got a hole in one. He put the ball in the cup.
There you go.
Yeah, like I said, it's a dresser. It's about 24 inches wide, 5 drawers tall.
That's pretty good. Good size
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, it's not portable, but
No, that's a household kit, which is good. As long as you know where each stuff. Do you have a BP cup available or anything like that, and know how to use one?
a what?
Blood pressure cup.
Yeah, I think it needs
As,
bandages.
as we are older
Blood pressure
people,
cup?
we need to keep track of our blood pressure.
One that's in the case. Yeah, I say get the one that's in the case. We didn't skip on the cheap one. We went with the mid-price one.
Is that the one that's electronic?
On the wrist, yeah,
Okay, that's good.
it's all automated.
I can do them. Back when I was in the service, when they used to do practice on me, we had the needle ones.
I don't want
Okay,
You
yeah.
watch the gauges. I could look at the gauge and watch the gauge, and I could tell you what my blood pressure was by watching them do it.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have to tell me, because I could see the needle stop and bounce and all the other stuff, and I always knew what my blood pressure was. Cecilia, if you have your stuff in plastic totes,
for my
make sure you check the expiration date.
diabetes supplies.
Yeah.
Right on the outside of your totes, the expiration date of the oldest item you have in there. That way you know if it's going to expire soon. because if you don't, things could go bad. When you really need it the most. Love
Yeah.
it. It's at 9:45.
I'm going to bed.
Jenny's going to use the restroom in
Good night, Jenny.
Good night, Jenny.
She hasn't brushed her teeth or anything yet, but she will. She tried the coffee. She didn't like it. It's just that it needs creamer.
Needs creamer. Well, like I said, I was probably thinking that would be like a dessert coffee, something you have like with the like a
That's something sweet.
something sweet, like an ice cream or
I would still, I mean,
a
as long as
pastry.
if it had sugar in it with meat for me,
He made
Yeah.
a basket.
a smaller cup like this
Washing his
would be
balls.
more than sufficient for that coffee.
Yeah.
I mean, my big one, I mean, literally, I'm getting heartburn. I don't usually get heartburn with coffee.
I like the wrist version because it's a lot smaller and it fits almost everybody.
Yeah.
Jeff was saying about that, yeah. And I think it only takes, what, 2 AAAs?
I have not tried the wrist version. That's something that I haven't got access to. I got the full one, but the thing is, I had to get the extra large one because of my arms.
Exactly. I mean, you can't go wrong. Just quick strap it on, hit start, and it goes.
Right. But well, I want to see that one and who makes it and that kind of thing. If that's okay with you.
We got from Walgreens.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. I thought you were going to say Walmart. Nope. Okay.
Nope, we would have got it from Walgreens. A lot of the stuff we got was from Walgreens. Like I said, we have a nebulizer
Mhm.
and stuff like that as well.
Penny's got a nebulizer because she had
Mhm.
they thought she had asthma.
Mhm.
But she doesn't. Because of she coughs on a regular basis. But they can't. They have no idea why she's coughing.
Yeah, hers is her uvula.
I don't know. What you should have done, Jason, is this. But remember, folks, don't break the bank when you try to get your stuff. Get the stuff you know you'll use.
Huh?
Basic Band-Aids.
Cobras?
Right.
But with the basic stuff you're going to need, if you have medications, make sure they're up to date. Like I said, if you need an EpiPen, make sure it's not expired.
Yeah.
And things like that.
And oral gel will be your friend too, believe it or not. It's not just for toothaches.
Brushing your teeth regularly is another thing people discount a lot. Think,
Yeah.
I don't need to brush my teeth every day. You do.
No, I'm talking about the little tube of oral gel.
Yeah.
If you get a scratch, you can also get it cleaned up and put a little bit of that on there, and it'll help subside some of that pain because of the medicine that's in it.
A styptic pencil will do the same thing.
Yeah.
What?
You don't
Which
know
one's more expensive? Which one's cheaper?
It depends, actually. Let me take a look. Actually, I haven't looked up one of those in a while. I have one.
Quiet.
What's he looking at?
It's a pin that you put on there, and it helps with the stinging, just like oral gel.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a 3-pack of styptic pencils for $6 at
For $6?
Research Essentials.
Oral gel's what for?
Hey, Cliffy.
Amazon's got them for $1.
Hi, Cliff.
Cliff is finally here.
Yeah.
Hey, Cliff. Thanks for coming. We got 11 minutes left. We're just bouncing around. We're talking about medical stuff, all kinds of stuff. Amazon's got a jumbo one. How much is that one going for? A jumbo styptic pencil for $325. $425 for a giant one.
What's how much is in it?
It's 24 grams, 1 ounce.
1 ounce.
Yep, made for razor nicks and minor cuts. Stops bleeding fast.
Yeah.
When I was first getting my kit.
So it's got a blood stop in with it too. Okay, that's different.
Yeah.
It's got a what?
Blood stop in it.
So it'll help stop bleeding?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For my understanding, cuts and scrapes, oral gel won't do that.
No. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
It'll help clot.
Mm-hmm.
When I first got my first kit, actually my first real med kit, I picked up from cheaperthandirt.com, by the way. They had an old school med kit, and they had a styptic pencil in there, and It may look weird, but it works.
Because I've never heard of those, so I'm
Now
interested
you
in
have-
seeing one
oh,
of those.
here, let me post the link to the one I found. Okay.
Well, we're gonna post it again when you do it next Thursday.
I know, but just give you a chance to look it over while you're, between
That's
now
cool.
and then.
Yeah. You can pick. You can probably pick almost everything up off of Walgreens, CVS pharmacies.
Oh yeah, it'll probably
Walmart.
be cheaper at Walmart or
Yeah.
or even if you find one at Dollar Tree, Dollar General, that kind of thing. They may have some stuff too. You never know.
Yeah, we got like 3 of those within 10 miles of each of them here.
Also, give me a second here if I can remember where I put it.
Yeah, we'll have a Dollar General in the next to a highway, and there's nothing around it for miles.
Right.
Because that's where all the locals will go and shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got to find it, but I've got a
Across the street will be a Dollar Tree.
I've got a pencil case somewhere that's got a couple
Excuse me.
packs.
Oh, pardon me.
Instant ice packs.
Excuse me.
Wonders for stopping bleeding, whether you know it or not, because it causes the veins to constrict due to the cold. So you should consider that.
Oh, it looks like a glue stick.
It does, but it's not. It may
Okay,
appear to you look like one, but it is not. You just rub it on there, and it works.
Yeah.
Simply moisten the tip of a pencil with water and apply to the affected area. That's all you have to do.
That's kind of cool. I like that.
Yep. Another one's called green sticks. The barbers have been using it for years, but they're fairly.
Well, actually, I have one of those in the shaving kit that I got for Christmas a couple years ago.
There you go. You already have one.
Yeah.
And the really cheapy, the ones I start would look. They look like a little white out pencil thing about that big. Oh, good to know, Jeff. But we're going to talk about that next week. We're going to have a whole day about different med kit stuff.
Yeah, that gives us more than a week to prepare for it.
Your everyday carry stuff, or as well as a household carry stuff as well. If we get a chance to get into it, we'll talk about something you can put in your car, not just because people who say they have to work on their tire, change a tire.
Yes, you got the maxi pads too.
Maxi pads work good for everything. You mentioned super glue. Super glue is a very vital one. It was actually why it was created in the first place. It was a medical issued item. So, yeah.
Was it military grade?
Most likely. But actually, it's not just the maxi pads, just as well as the Kotex for bigger wounds will go, or better, tampons. Tampons will go in there into a bigger wound and seal it. So yeah,
Instead of a thumb,
but put one of those in, it'll work.
stick a thumb in it.
Because impaled injuries happen when you're chopping wood, whatever. You got to have.
Oh yeah, it happens.
It happens. A stick
Yeah,
will
one of the
come
guys
up
at
your
work got
height
hit by them.
and stab you in the leg. It happens.
Or an old piece of rusty rebar.
Huh?
Even an old piece of rusty rebar. One of the guys at work caught that from using a stump grinder. Hit a piece of rebar about 8 inches long and impaled his leg.
I've had a nail go up through my boot.
Ouch.
Everybody's had that.
I got lucky. Mine went between my toes, but it could have been so much worse. The worst one I've actually had was when I was fishing at this old quarry. I was walking in the mud and I stepped on a fish bone,
Come here, baby.
and it paled into my foot that deep. I
Yeah.
actually had to have surgery to get it out.
Yeah, Molly had the same thing with the hook in her thigh.
But
Way before
we'll
I met
discuss
her.
that next week. We got 5 minutes, so we're going to start
That is
winding down.
textbook in my-
So remember, next we're not. I'm sure what we're going to do on this Thursday, but next Thursday, I am going to be talking about first aid items.
And how to use the items.
Yes, I'll touch base on everything. I'm not going to be able to go through 100% everything because a lot of the stuff that I use now is pretty outdated compared to the stuff you can get now. Like the wrist cuff, I don't have one of those.
Oh, they've had those up for years.
And it may sound weird. I understand everybody has their electronic thermometers and stuff like that. Old school mercury thermometers work 100% of the time. Just saying. So you don't need batteries for those to work.
Scooter, don't do that.
But that's something we'll discuss next week on Thursday. But that's all I got for now.
Yeah. Oh, maybe we should throw in some backup batteries for stuff like that too, as well.
Backup batteries should be a part of any kit, anyways. Like because you're going to need a headlamp to see what you're working on.
Oh yeah.
You're going to need batteries for. Let's see what else you need for emergency radio to contact somebody, someone know that someone's injured, or even reaching behind me here. Give me a second.
You know what? I don't know what happened to my whistles.
A backup charger for your phone to call 911. Just because you know how to use these things does not mean you do not need to go see by professionals.
Right here. Cell phone charger.
I mean, some people forget that. And just to let you know, if your phone is out of service for due a lack of a bill being paid, whatever, 911 always works.
Yeah, you'll use up your battery, but yeah.
The 911 will always work. Doesn't matter if your phone service is active or not. They'll go through. Just to let you know. Because some people say, "Oh, my phone's up. I have no service. I haven't paid my bill." You can still call 911.
Yeah, your phone will go into high wattage or mode if you do 911. Believe it or not.
But the thing is, make sure you have your charger on it at the time, and do not hang up until they tell you to hang up. You wouldn't believe how many people would say screaming into the phone and then they hung up.
What, Jeff? Do you have a video on how to make one of those?
I would love to see that one, Jeff.
Yeah, I actually sell those 12-volt batteries at work and the 6-volt batteries.
Give me a second. I've got to go tuck Jenny in. Oh, actually, we're about done. We got 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But I got to pack everything back into my bags and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'll see about setting up a table and putting out the stuff that I have where you guys can see what we got, that kind of thing.
I don't have big enough space.
I've got a little folding table. I'm going to use. Yeah. I'm not going to put everything, but I'm going to put a bunch of it as much as I can out, and we'll see from there. Because a lot of my gear is outdated. Just to let you know, because I can't afford to get new.
Yeah, ours is the old standard stuff from.
Well, as long as it works.
As long as it works. But yeah, there's stuff out there that's all brand new, but we just haven't got anything updated since what we learned a couple of years ago.
Right.
Actually, it should say several years ago.
Mine is 20 years out of date.
No, ours is not quite that old.
I got out of the service in 2003.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look that up there, Jeff.
Mine is literally 20 years out of date. Since my card expired for being an EMT.
Yeah. Alrighty. Just put them on Instagram.
Put them on Facebook for me, please.
Or Facebook. Yeah, Facebook will be fine.
But I think Jeff should do a video on certain things. He's got a archery backdrop he did. It's just amazing, by the way. Love, I'll be in a minute to tuck you in. I got 1 minute left. So I'm going to start winding down. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Eagle and Cecilia, Mandy.
Cliff.
Cliff. I know you're here.
Cecilia.
I already said Cecilia.
Ajax.
Ajax, AT, Eagle.
Everybody.
All my family members, you know who you are. You're all my family.
I don't have a topic for tomorrow night. So I don't know.
Random.
I'll just do something random.
Well, you can always do fishing poles like the one you were showing in your video. But, backpacking fishing poles and where to find them. Hike with Mike. We got to forget about him. Molly, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
Don't forget me.
Jason, I can never forget you.
When you say Jason, I'm assuming it's going to be for both of us.
I said AT, separate.
Oh, okay.
And Blake, thank you for coming. Ajax, we already said that. Rob on the road. Thank you, brother. Thank you for being across the pond.
Yeah.
And J&J, thank you for coming.
Oh, yeah. By the way, J&J introduced me to a new channel called Devil Dog.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty cool guy.
Are they Marines?
He is Marine. He does mail call and stuff like that. Yeah. Of course he's going to be a devil dog. He's going to be a Marine, of course.
My dad was a Marine when he was
Yes, was mine. But yeah. So yeah.
Oh, so
so
he helped you.
Yeah.
No wonder.
I actually picked up a couple of subscribers from his channel the other night.
I'm still 20 subscribers down from being up to 1,000, but I'm working on it. But I got to get going, Jason. It's after.
Right. You have a good night. Go tuck her in. Go crawl into bed so you can do your stuff.
I won't crawl. I got to put my feet up for about a half an hour before I do it.
Okay.
Because of swelling. But I will talk to you tomorrow. Same bat time, same your bat channel this time.
Yeah. And don't forget to get outside, grow it, harvest it, catch it, clean it, cook it, and then eat it at a potluck.
And share it. Love you all. Be well.
Right on.
Night, everybody. Going off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're out of here.
Alrighty.